Acadiana. It is 6:30 on a Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us here on GMA. We are definitely all smiles this morning because we're here with you, but also because the weather is just gorgeous outside. It's so nice. So we're going to go outside to Dave Baker, and he is enjoying it right now. You like that, right, Dave? It's gorgeous.
Darling, it's beautiful out here. Just talk amongst yourselves. We're talking about look, the skies are gorgeous here this morning. It's clear outside. We're just starting to get a little bit of daylight. Temperatures are comfortable. It's starting to dry out nicely, and we're going to have a really pretty day today with a lot of sunshine and temperatures back in the 70s. Right now, we're holding at 61. Our skies are clear here at TV3. I can see the low cloud deck kind of off toward the southeast, but that's quickly moving out of the way, and I think just about everybody's going to see sunshine today. Running up in the mid-70s this afternoon. We've got a great looking 10-day forecast too. We'll have all that for you coming up in this half hour. Katie?
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, the race to the White House is on as President Donald Trump and candidate Joe Biden go head-to-head tonight in the first presidential debate of 2020. Where Abby Breidenbach is standing by, tracking the road to the White House. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Katie. Well, happening tonight, President Donald Trump and Joe Biden will take the debate stage for the first time tonight in Cleveland, Ohio, and there are a lot of topics that are expected to come up, a full range. Some of those things that we're expecting to hear about include this bombshell investigation from the New York Times. It's detailing information on nearly 2 decades worth of the president's tax returns. Data Trump has repeatedly refused to release, citing an IRS tax audit. Other issues on the table: President Trump's controversial Supreme Court nomination, the nation's response to COVID-19, the state of the economy, race and violence in U.S. cities, and the integrity of the election. That sixth topic comes as President Trump has not committed to a peaceful transfer of power if he is to lose the election. Now, if you want to see the two presidential hopefuls face off tonight, you can watch KATC tonight at 7. And this is the first of 4 presidential debates scheduled to be happening throughout the coming weeks. And we're going to continue to keep you updated on everything you're going to need to know right here on KATC. So stay with us for all of that information. Live in Lafayette, Abby Breidenbach. Good morning, Acadiana.
Here's your weather on the 3s.
Skies across Acadiana are clearing out. We have clear skies here in Lafayette, even though the sensor's indicating some cloud cover. I just stepped back inside from outdoors. I looked up, my own eyes telling me it's clear. I could see the stars. I could see the planets out there. Humidity at 72%. Winds are currently out of the north-northwest at 8. Pressure steady, and the visibility is running at 10 miles. It is comfortably cool over our inland parishes this morning. In fact, even on the chilly side in Alexandria and Marksville and Opelousas, all dropping down to 54. 53 the current temperature now in Fort Polk, and mid to upper 50s everywhere you go, everywhere else you go. 55 in DeRidder, Oakdale, and Ville Platte. 56 now in Eunice, and 58. One of the warmer spots for our inland parishes, running at 58 degrees. Well, we're going to run down to 59 or 60 here in the next 30 minutes or so, and then we should be able to rebound back into the mid 70s. Nice breeze out of the north today at about 10, perhaps up to 15 miles per hour. A lot of this has to do with the big dip in the jet stream. Low pressure spinning right in here. That's going to continue to roll on through the Great Lakes, but it's pretty much opened the door to the Canadian border, allowing that cool, crisp air to dive southward. And this pattern is going to hold for the rest of the week. So there'll be a reinforcing shot of cooler air that will come in on about Thursday night into Friday. So we'll get a little bit of a warm up toward the latter part of the week, and then we'll cool back down into the low to mid 70s for highs over the weekend. Clouds are going to quickly get out of the way today. The showers are already gone. We'll see those temperatures staying nice and cool this morning, but getting mild this afternoon. Full sunshine, temperatures running in the mid 70s for your daytime high. This evening, most areas dropping into the 50s and 60s, and then overnight, when you wake up tomorrow morning, looks like lows could be around 51 in Ville Platte, maybe a few 40s here and there, kind of sneaking their way in the rural areas, St. Landry or Evangeline Parish. But here in Lafayette, looking for low temperatures around 53 to 54 degrees. Mostly sunny today. It'll be breezy and cooler. Those winds will start to pick up out of the north at 15 to 20 this afternoon. Your high 74 degrees. It'll be very comfortable in the full sunshine. A little on the chilly side, though, if you're in the shade, because we just haven't quite gotten used to this kind of weather in quite some time. 79 your high on Wednesday, 83 on Thursday, and then gorgeous gorgeous weather for the weekend with that reinforcing shot of cooler air. Next week, still looking pretty pleasant with highs in the upper 70s to near 80 with overnight lows in the upper 50s. Right now, it's 61 degrees and your time 6:35.
This morning, the State Fire Marshal's office thanking a number of agencies for stepping up and helping Louisiana recover in the aftermath of Hurricane Laura. The State Fire Marshal says that it's the largest deployment the agency has been involved in, either in or out of state.
These teams over these last 4 days have done just phenomenal work of going in and not only assessing these buildings, but creating an electronic footprint of these buildings. And we now have a computer-generated mapping location of every building with photographs, knowing the condition of these buildings.
Now, if you've ever wondered what happens to all of that debris that is removed from homes and businesses following a storm, they bring it to sites like this one. The debris is separated into 2 piles. Now, one to mulch trees and the other is construction and demolition debris. The piles are eventually loaded into dump trucks and to be hauled off. Nearby residents say it's important to remain patient.
We know that they're slowly getting things in town done, and like I said, we feel fortunate here compared to other areas of the town.
Tomorrow is the deadline for homeowners with roof damage to apply for Operation Blue Roof. With the help of FEMA, the Army Corps of Engineers provides homeowners temporary blue plastic roofs to prevent additional damage. There are many ways to apply: online, by phone, or you can visit their 2 sites, the Lake Charles Civic Center or 10098 Gulf Highway in Cameron Parish. Now to our latest coronavirus coverage. This morning, the Louisiana Department of Health reporting 236 new COVID-19 cases and 15 new deaths in Louisiana. 38 of those cases coming from the KATC viewing area. Now, none of the 10 parishes in that area reported new deaths. Millions of rapid COVID tests being distributed by the federal government could help grade school manage the virus. The Trump administration says that they will start giving the test to states this week. Although it is up to governors to decide how to distribute them, each state will get some of the 6.5 million tests based on their population. The rapid test will be available to tell if someone has COVID in about 15 minutes. In this morning's rebound, bridging the digital divide as many students in Acadiana continue to attend classes virtually. The Lafayette Parish School System is providing in-home internet assistance for students who qualify. Love Our Schools partnered with the school system and a number of organizations to help out with the service. If you need help getting internet access, go to lpssonline.com/smarts to start the application. That deadline is October 30th. Our mission at KATC is to help you recover from the pandemic, so go to katc.com/rebound for resources on how to find work, make ends meet, or deal with the stress of it all. It's called The Rebound, and it's our commitment to you. The time now is 6:38. Still to come on GMA, popular Microsoft programs are back online this morning. We'll tell you what happened coming up. And Dave will have another look at that beautiful, beautiful forecast. Dave, you get 2 points today. But first, here's this morning's Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I live in Beaufort, Louisiana. Good morning, Acadiana.
With your complete forecast, here's KATC meteorologist Dave Baker.
Well, temperatures are nice and cool across Acadiana this morning. We're down to 62 in New Iberia. You still have some lingering clouds that are pushing off toward the east, but most of your skies are starting to clear out now over in New Iberia. Winds are currently out of the north-northwest at around 12 miles per hour. Pressure is steady, and the visibility right now running at about 10 miles. 61 in Franklin, 63 at Sycamore Point, 59 degrees the current temperature over toward Kaplan, 63 in Grand Chenier, and 63 degrees the current temperature in Cameron. Skies will continue to clear across Acadiana today. We should be in fine shape for the rest of the afternoon with some very, very comfortable temperatures. Afternoon highs only reaching the mid-70s, and tonight's lows should be able to drop back into the 50s. We'll take a quick look at the tropics. Gulf of Mexico got a lot of thunderstorm activity out here. This is in association with a cold front. We'll watch this because occasionally when a front stalls out over the Gulf of Mexico, low pressure can occasionally develop. That is not happening right now, but this western part of the Gulf of Mexico, Bay of Campeche, as we round out September and start to get into October, this area is kind of one of the hot spots when it comes to development. Another one is right here over the western part of the Caribbean, and a third one is out here over the western Atlantic over toward the Bahamas. Now, this area is probably going to be needing to be watched here a little bit later in the week. Doesn't look very interesting right now because what we're talking about is a tropical wave. It looked a lot more impressive yesterday, and it's forecast to drift off to the west. So this might be an area of development a little bit farther down the road. And once again, during the month of October, this part of the Caribbean Sea is one of the hot spots where we would normally see development of tropical systems this time of the year. Now, as we get into October and November, the Atlantic starts to shut down, particularly here, the mid and northern part of the Atlantic. You could still get a couple of decent tropical waves here closer to the Windward Islands, but generally things will start to shut down and quiet down here off the African coast, which is good news. Although keep in mind, 2020 has been a very unusual year, so we don't want to take any bets off the table just yet. Mostly sunny, breezy and cooler, 74 your high. We'll see our winds out of the north at 15 to 20 miles per hour. That gorgeous weather is going to continue tonight as we drop down into the lower 50s. Should be a very comfortable night and some mild temperatures for the rest of the week. We're going to look at that 10-day forecast here before we end the show. Right now, it's 61 at 6:45.
Thanks, Dave. Well, a Lafayette mother is behind bars this morning in connection with the investigation into the death of a 2-year-old in Lafayette Parish. Here's what we know this morning. 27-year-old Natalie Broussard is facing a negligent homicide charge. Officials say that she is the mother of the child who died. The 2-year-old was found in a car on Andrus Road in Dusson Sunday afternoon. Now for a look at national headlines. Kentucky's Attorney General says that he will comply with the judge's ruling and release the audio transcript of the grand jury recording in the Breonna Taylor case. The AG says that the grand jury is meant to be a secretive body and that releasing the transcript could compromise the ongoing federal investigation. An anonymous grand juror filed a motion requesting all recordings, transcripts, and reports of the grand jury be released to the public. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations says that it has finished its investigation of the deadly shooting of Rayshard Brooks, but they say the case file is not available for release at this time. Former Atlanta police officer Garrett Rolfe shot and killed Brooks back in June as Brooks was running away from an arrest. Police were called to the scene because Brooks' vehicle was parked in the drive-through lane of a Wendy's restaurant and he was asleep at the wheel. Rolfe is currently facing felony murder charges in the case. One Alabama family impacted by Hurricane Sally is finding shelter in an unexpected place. Meet the Crow family. Sonny Crow built this 200-square-foot cottage as a playhouse for his daughter 16 years ago. Now it's big enough to house the family, and that's how they've been using it after Hurricane Sally damaged their home. Crow's son even let some of his football teammates crash there. They treated it like a mini getaway. Well, the fall doesn't seem to be slowing down the spread of wildfires in Northern California. 3 people were reported dead yesterday, and nearly 70,000 were forced to leave their homes. Wind fanned flames in the state's wine country, which had already been scorched in some parts. One hospital in Napa County was even forced to suspend care and transfer patients because of the fire threat. There are about 30 fire clusters total burning across the state right now. A cyber attack may be the reason for hundreds of hospitals losing computer access yesterday. Universal Health Services operates more than 250 hospitals across the country. It says doctors and nurses were forced to use backup paper systems because of the outage, which impacted some treatments and how long people waited in the ER. The UHS says that the outage was caused by an unspecified IT security issue. The company says no patient or employee data seemed to be in danger. Popular Microsoft programs are back online after a significant outage. People could not log into several Microsoft services for much of Monday, including its Outlook and Office programs, along with Microsoft Teams and Teams Live event. The Microsoft spokesperson says that the company does not believe the outage was the result of malicious activity. House Democrats have unveiled a new COVID relief proposal. The new $2 trillion aid measure would bring back the $600 a week federal employment benefits and send out a second round of $1,200 checks to most people. It would give $436 billion to state and local governments and $225 billion to college and universities. It would also allow more businesses to apply for aid through the Paycheck Protection Program. It's unclear if Senate Republicans will approve any of the proposal. As of now, they have endorsed keeping the next aid package at $1 trillion or less. The fall in oil prices comes despite new hopes for a new stimulus package from Washington lawmakers. The proposed package includes billions of dollars worth of help for airline industries. Now, tens of thousands of airline workers are facing layoffs at the end of the month. And keeping with the trend this morning, oil prices are down. Brent crude has seen a decrease of 26 cents with the price of $42.17. West Texas Intermediate crude price is down 31 cents, bringing that price to $40.29. Target's Deal Days is back. The retailer sales event is scheduled for October 13th and 14th. It will be done along Amazon's Prime Day sales. A spokesperson for Target tells Business Insider that the two-day sale includes digital deals on twice as many items as compared to the year before. Deal Days debuts in July of 2019 and has a no membership required sale. Target is also expected to hire 130,000 seasonal employees during the holiday season. Happening today in Abbeville, Freedom World Ministries will be giving away 1,000 boxes of meat and vegetables from 9 a.m. until noon. It'll be open to anyone who doesn't require proof of residence or ID. The food will be distributed from a drive-through and is on a first-come, first-served basis. Looking ahead to the weekend, Lafayette Nurses Group is hosting their annual Health and Fitness Expo. The Acadiana Black Nurses Association are welcoming families and individuals to the Northgate Mall on Saturday, starting at 8:30. Walgreens will be administering flu shots, and you can also get help with registering to vote.
We're going to give you some health information on the flu vaccine, flu virus that's going around. We're going to also have voter registration, which is going to be sponsored by the organization of Vote. People who have been prior incarcerated, they also can get assistance to sign on to register to vote.
Well, KATC's first ever If You Give a Child a Book campaign, it's still happening. The campaign allows us to work with the community to get books in the hands and homes of hundreds of children. Every dollar donated, up to $5,000, will be doubled thanks to family members of EW Scripps. That money will be spent right here in our community to provide books for the students at Ellis Boucher Elementary. If you'd like to make a donation, just visit katc.com/giveabook. The time now is 6:51. After the break, we're going to tell you what you need to know before you go, and Dave will have another look at that gorgeous forecast. Stay with us.
This is King from New Iberia. Good morning, Acadiana.
Here's your weather on the 3s.
Well, skies are clear here in Lafayette. Temperature at 61 degrees. That dew point at 52. Relative humidity at 72%. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Hoping as we get the update here before the 7 o'clock hour that we'll be dipping down into the upper 50s. 56 in Welsh, 61 here in Lafayette, 58 over in Crowley, 57 in Church Point, and 60 in St. Martinville. Very pleasant conditions compared to what we've seen over the past several months. We do have the cold front that's continuing to move out of the way. It's diving well down to the south into the Gulf of Mexico, but the clouds have kind of been slow to clear. Looks like most of Iberia has cleared out, so just parts of St. Mary and lower St. Martin will still see some of that cloud cover, and then points eastward over toward the New Orleans area. But the forecast models show that all that's going to clear out very quickly, and we should see clear skies across Acadiana with some pleasant temperatures by the afternoon. It will get a little breezy today, and that will add to the chill a little bit, but overnight tonight those winds are expected to calm down, and our overnight temperatures should easily be able to drop nicely into the 50s over most areas, with another beautiful day planned tomorrow with highs in the upper 70s. Here are the particulars on your temperatures, running about 71 by lunchtime and then mid 70s for a daytime high. This evening will probably be in the 60s for most areas, and then overnight tonight those lows are going to be dropping back into the lower 50s. I got that extra little blue color right here. This could be maybe a 49 in some of the rural areas by the time we reach early Wednesday morning. A lot of sunshine today, breezy and cooler. Your high temperature 74 with our winds out of the north at 15 to 20. 79 your high temperature on Wednesday, 83 on Thursday. Then as we look ahead toward the weekend, good amount of sunshine, mid to upper 70s for highs, nighttime lows in the 50s, and appears the dry weather will stick around until the middle part of next week. Right now we're still holding at 61, your time 6:55.
Here's what you need